Looks like fate decided for me. This one can't end like the others. They won't publish it. I must write something different, something darker. It's the only chance I have of saving her. I'm sorry, Jenny. You'll see your mum soon. But for now, it's got to be the graveyard. Was the man in black the Dean's real killer? Without any evidence, Jenny couldn't be sure. A great detective never made assumptions. The most important thing was getting her mum to safety. And to do that, she'd need to beat the man in black at his own game.
One thing's for sure. I'm gonna need to be very quiet. What the hell?
Hi, Jenny! I'm here! And I brought snacks.
This is a covert mission. Could you draw any more attention to yourself?
Sorry, I just wanted to get here as quickly as I could.
Did you bring the explosives?
Of course. Et voila. Now remember, explosives are incredibly dangerous.
Yeah, thanks, Captain Obvious. Hopefully it'll be enough.
Okay, I'm here. What's the big emergency, Susie? What is she doing here?
Keith, you came!
You invited him?
I thought it'd be a good opportunity for you to talk.
Now is hardly the time.
I can't bear the idea of two best friends never speaking again. It's too sad.
What's wrong with you?
I should go.
No, Keith, wait.
There was so much she wanted to say. But she had ruined the Dean's funeral, embarrassed Keith in front of the whole town. Worse, she hadn't been there for him in his hour of need. She wanted to tell him all about the Dean's ring, the man in black, and the mysterious room buried in the forest. But none of it would bring his father back. Sometimes the right thing to say was also the hardest.
I'm sorry.
Poor Keith, angry, grieving, conflicted. His whole world turned upside down. And the one person he most wanted to confide in, he couldn't.
I really should go. Goodbye, Jenny.
Well, that didn't go exactly as I planned. Are you okay, Jenny?
What the hell were you thinking?
I just wanted to help.
Well, you made it worse.
Friends need each other. I was just trying to be a good friend.
If you want to be a good friend, stay out of my business. Now let's get back to work. Ugh, locked. I'll have to break in.
Or we could just wait for an adult.
And let the man in black get to my mom first. Are you trying to sabotage everything?
I just don't see why we can't tell the police what we know and let them sort it out.
Because, Susan, the police are incompetent. I'm not putting my mom's life in their hands. Besides, for all we know, it could be an inside job. Now, keep a lookout while I open this lock. Are you coming, Susie?
Into the graveyard?
There's no time to waste.
Oh, yeah, of course. I'm just, I think I need a minute.
Why don't you wait here and keep a lookout? I'll go on ahead. I've got the radio if I need your help.
That sounds like a great plan. Thanks.
Radio me if you see anything suspicious. Especially if you see a man in black carrying a briefcase and a blue umbrella.
Briefcase, umbrella, got it.
Lock the gate behind me so no one suspects anything. And keep out of sight.
Here, don't forget the explosives.
Jenny had broken in undetected. Now she had to find the secret passage that led to the jail.
I just need to follow the clues from the photograph. I'm coming for you, Mom.
A guardian of the graveyard cast her stony gaze over the burial ground, watching over the departed, protecting their peaceful slumber.
Why must everything in a graveyard be so creepy?
Of course, this guardian had wings.
Beyond the fallen angel! There are lots of angels here. Which one is the fallen angel? The Strasberry Mausoleum.
Amongst the fresh flowers was a note. Beloved father, educator, and botanist, your memory will forever blossom in our hearts.
Don't worry, Mr. Strasberry. I won't rest until I found your real killer. Here lie the earliest settlers of Arthurton. They kick-started our great town's growth and prosperity.
The note had read, "Look for the biggest cross."
But none of these graves have crosses.
No matter. Perhaps there were other secrets to find here.
That sword looks like it might move. How am I gonna get up there? Something's pushing against the stone. It looks like it could collapse at any minute.
Four discs of solid granite with something carved into the face.
It's all scrambled up. I'll just straighten them out.
But try as she might, the discs wouldn't move.
Hey, Dad. I can't stay long. Mom's in trouble, and, well...
Jenny tried to be brave, but the past few days had taken their toll on our hero, and finally it all poured out.
Everything's falling apart. I wanted a real mystery to solve, but... I didn't think it would be like this. Dean Stroudsbury's dead. Everyone in town thinks Mom killed him, and Keith won't talk to me. I don't know who to trust. And now someone is trying to kill Mom, too. I have to save her, but I'm not sure I can. Why did you have to go and die on us? It was a really crappy move. I wish you were here. some days you just feel super smart.
Jenny studied the stone discs, now perfectly aligned.
It's the face of a badger. That's unusual. Something tells me this isn't a tomb.
If the huge coiling wires hadn't made it clear, the hulking metallic shell certainly did.
This isn't a tunnel. It's the entrance to another laboratory, just like the one in the forest. How many of these are there?
The presence of such unusual and foreign objects in Arthurton begged even bigger questions.
Who put them here, and for what purpose?
It seemed to Jenny as if the graveyard itself had been built around the sphere. A perfect hiding place. If something this conspicuous could be so easily concealed.
What else is Arthurton hiding? Well, at least we know it's working.
As a dozen intricate machines whirred to life, Jenny noticed a remarkable resemblance she had overlooked before.
Some of this equipment looks like the stuff in Susie's lab. Can't believe I missed it before. That girl owes me some answers. Another radio. Maybe these are used to communicate between laboratories.
It was a hunch, but if it were true...
Whoever's transmitting the message could be in another sphere somewhere in town. It's the same voice as before.
This code was different from the last.
Just as strange, though.
Jenny carefully transcribed the words into her journal.
Let's see what the hawk and the weasel have to say about this. Purge infected, soon only death. Forever silenced, despair herself is near.
This message, as sinister as the last, sent Jenny's analytical mind into overdrive.
Is the man in black sending these messages?
Purge infected, forever silenced.
Could that have something to do with Dean Strasberry? It can't be a coincidence that I found a copy of the same book by the Dean's corpse. But how are they connected?
Soon only death, despair herself is near.
And now they're coming for my mom. What does she know that they're willing to kill her for?
This contraption was new to Jenny, but something about it caught her eye.
Doesn't seem to be working. Probably just a loose connection somewhere.
Jenny knew that the best way to fix anything electronic was...
To mess around with it until all the lights come on.
Being a great detective didn't work out. Jenny had a promising career in machine repair to fall back on.
It's still not working. Maybe I'm missing something.
A large metallic slab with a distinctive indentation carved into its surface.
That shape. Where have I seen it before? The Dean's ring! It fits.
In fact, it fit perfectly into the slot, as though it were made for it.
Lost an eye!
The machine's true application would remain a mystery, for now. But whatever its purpose, the implications were overwhelming.
Dean Strasberry is somehow connected to this place.
Had the Dean been aware of the secret hiding within his ring?
Whether he knew or not, it's likely he was killed because of it.
Please enter authorization code to begin.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Incorrect code.
Of course it is. That would have been too easy.
Please enter authorization code to begin.
1, 2, 3.
Incorrect code.
Of course it is. That would have been too easy.
Hidden amongst a web of cables, the average eye would have missed it. But Jenny Leclue was a great detective.
There's a book pinned beneath that cable.
Confidential. The word was music to Jenny's ears.
These machines were built to study and harness the power of Arthurton's greatest resource. They were experimenting on the town itself. The Council of Three. Never heard of him. Sounds like he didn't know who they were either. But they paid for all of this? Zazer.
Jenny recognized the name, but couldn't put her finger on where she'd heard it before.
So this lab is his invention. He called it a Zazer sphere. Well, at least I've got a name. He designed a bigger sphere. Bigger than this? Did he ever build it? And if he did, where? Exhaustion, rushed schedule, dangerous conditions.
The parallels with her father's own working conditions were distressingly clear.
There was a badger on the door to get into this lab. So this must be the experiment he was talking about. All dead. All my fault.
The words echoed across the metal walls, ghosts of a past tragedy.
What did he do? It must have been terrible. This entry is from much later. There are lots of pages missing. It seems that whatever happened before, he carried on his work long after.
As is the case in all tangled mysteries, every new piece of evidence raised more questions than it answered. But she now knew the purpose of this Caesar sphere and the name of the people who had built it.
The Council of Three.
It wasn't much to go on, but it was a start.
What's this? Another blank scrap of paper.
Please enter authorization code to begin.
1028.
Code accepted. System authorized and armed for activation. Preparing to run experiment 12, cycle 78. Sphere hermetically sealed. Magnetic transducer coils charging. Accumulating voltaic cells. Commencing experiment 12-91. Radioactive safety margins cleared. Procedure 12 completed successfully. Decompressing spherical chamber. Remember, a healthy employee is an effective employee. Please leave the station for your mandatory 15-minute smoking break.
I wonder what it did. At least I wasn't covered in plasma.
Jenny, did you find the entrance?
Not yet.
Jenny was hesitant to share her discovery, but Susie might have vital information.
Have you ever heard the name Zazer before?
Professor Caesar? Yes, he was a famous scientist. There's even a statue of him in Avocado Park.
That's where I've seen his name before.
He worked for my family's company, but that was a long time ago. He led the research and development team. At least he did, until...
Until what?
It's quite sad, actually. He went mad from mercury poisoning. He had to be institutionalized. They said he was a danger to himself and others. Why do you want to know about him?
I found something that belonged to him.
Oh, wow! In the graveyard? Is it one of his crazy inventions?
Something like that. I have to go. Keep out of sight and let me know if you see anyone.
I will. Good luck, Jenny.
Beyond the fallen angel. This is it. The entrance must be through here.
Another coded message in another hidden laboratory. A secret tunnel under the graveyard. How long had these things been in Arthurton? Who was responsible for them? And how was all this connected to the Dean's murder?
Through the crumbling arches. Past the wooden gates. This must be it! Now all I have to do is find the biggest cross. Oh, come on. There's a million crosses in there.
Jenny, where are you? It's getting really creepy out here.
I'm in the old part of the graveyard.
Oh, no.
Every kid in Arthurton knew the graveyard was haunted. The ghosts of early settlers walked among the tombstones late at night, waiting to avenge their tragic deaths in the mines.
A few months ago, Peggy and Veronica went up there after curfew with some boys. And they were attacked by a ghost.
They were probably hallucinating from all the hairspray.
They swore to me, Jenny. They wouldn't lie.
I don't believe in ghosts. And the tall tales of a bunch of arrowheads won't change my mind.
Even so, Jenny's skin crawled with goosebumps. It might have been her imagination, but the night suddenly seemed a lot darker.
Maybe I'll use Mom's flashlight. You know, just in case. Not now! It's dead.
Unable to see more than a few inches ahead, our trembling adventurer had no choice but to edge forward, very slowly.
Great. There's a light over here. What is that? It's coming from the open grave. Wait. You're not a ghost.
Oh, you scared the life out of me.
You're scared. You're the one wielding a shovel like an axe murderer.
Oh my, you're right. I'm sorry. This place is terrifying at night, and here I am waving old Mabel around like a madman. What are you doing out here after curfew?
I don't know if I can trust this guy. I was here visiting my dad. I guess the time got away from me.
You're the Leclue girl, aren't you?
Well,
Your poor old man. What a horrible way to die.
yeah, I don't really like to talk about it.
Blown into 1,000 pieces. What a way to go. No chance to say goodbye. Boom! Gone! Just like that. An absolute tragedy. And the pain! Can you imagine? Nothing left of him. Hardly seemed worth digging the hole.
Well, you're digging a big hole right now.
Yes, ma'am. Regulation size 6 feet, not an inch less. The name's Matt. The second T is silent.
Sure sounds like an interesting job, Matt. Would you mind if I asked you a few questions about it?
Of course. I'm just happy for the company.
He seems harmless enough. I just need to be sure he's not working for the man in black. Is that blood?
Blood? Where?
It's all over your clothes. And your shovel.
Oh, that! That's good old Arthurtonian red clay. Impossible to wash out. One of the hazards of the job.
Why are you digging a grave in the middle of the night?
Well, they have to go somewhere. The bones.
The what?
It's the problem with building a graveyard on top of an old mine. Ground's always shifting. Before you know it, bones are sticking out all over the place. We have to rebury them. It's bad for business.
That's terrible.
Could be worse. Could be dead, like all of these poor souls. Ms. Smith over there, bitten by a badger. Wouldn't want to go that way. Right there's Mr. McCarthy. Set himself on fire baking biscuits. And there's your dad, of course. Your poor dead dad. Dead.
Are you finished?
Oh, sorry. There I go again, talking about the dead.
He knows everything about this place. You told me your name was Matt.
It is, isn't it?
Well then, who is Owen? And why are you wearing his shirt?
Oh, darn it, it's fallen off again. Owen was the old groundskeeper. He died digging a grave. Turned out to be his own. Budget cuts.
You're wearing a dead man's shirt.
Seemed ashamed to waste it. He didn't need it anymore.
Have you seen anyone suspicious lurking around tonight?
Oh, well, there was this one girl.
A girl?
She scared the life out of me. Really made me jump. Oh, wait, no. That was you, wasn't it? You'll have to forgive me. My memory isn't what it used to be.
Why do you have a flower in your pocket?
I always keep one in there in case of emergency. People like to leave them by the graves as a tribute. You should take it. For your dad.
Thank you. What's that stuck to your boot?
Oh, dunno. Could have come from anywhere.
Beyond the fallen angel.
What now?
Under the crumbling arches.
You lost me.
The entrance is buried there. Does that mean anything to you?
Oh, is this a poem? I love poems. Do you want to hear one of mine?
No, I'm good, thanks. There sure are a lot of people buried here.
Well, if they keep dying, we'll keep burying them.
Do you know which of these graves has the biggest cross on it?
Now there's one I've never heard before. Biggest cross. No, can't say I do. They've all got about the same sized cross, I'd say.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Do you have any idea how I could find it?
You know, you might want to look at that statue up there. It has a list of all the famous miners buried here. It might help you find what you're looking for.
Famous miners. Interesting. I think it's safe to say he doesn't know anything about the man in black. Well, thanks, Matt. It's been good to chat. But, you won't tell anyone you saw me here after curfew, will you? My granddad wouldn't be very happy with me.
Saw who? I didn't see anyone.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got a statue to investigate.
Oh, no, you can't go up there now. It's far too dangerous.
I'll be fine, thanks.
Absolutely not. If you slipped and fell, I couldn't have that on my conscience. Come back tomorrow during the day. I'll give you a guided tour.
Damn. I'll have to find another way to get up there.
Much like those buried in the graveyard, this tree had died a long time ago.
Be careful, Mr. Crow. It looks like it could fall over at any moment. Interesting. Another case cracked.
Mr. McCarthy? How did you get down here? Must have been the wind.
That was close. Hopefully this statue can help me find the biggest cross.
Jenny had heard the tragic tale of a catastrophic cave-in that closed the mines under Arthurton.
Everyone blamed the miners for ignoring safety procedures.
Most were crushed instantly by the falling rocks. Others had not been so fortunate. Trapped with no water, no food, no light, they were condemned to a slow and painful death.
Cross, carvers of tunnel rock, unmatched in strength and size.
Jenny read the words to herself again.
Strength and size? Look for the biggest cross. They didn't mean a cross on a grave. They meant a cross in a grave. The Cross family must be buried in the graveyard below. I've got to work out who was the biggest. Find the grave, find the secret passage to the jail, save Mom. Boy, I really hope I don't have to dig them up and measure them. Arena Cross. I know I make it look easy, but I'm hanging on for dear life here. Found one. Casper Cross. What have you got to say for yourself? No cross buried here. The search continues. Here's one. Helga Cross. I see a Cooper? No cross. Bingo. Hello, Franz Cross. really hope my next adventure relies less on the structural integrity of old plant roots. I'm going cross-eyed looking for crosses, but there aren't any here. Here's another one. Ivan Cross. How tall were you? Casper is a little liar. Ivan wasn't pulling any punches. What an odd epitaph. I was taller than Ivan. Seems the Cross family had quite the rivalry. I was taller than Ivan. I was taller than Franz. I was taller than Helga. There can't be many more crosses to find. Where haven't I looked yet? was taller than Franz. I was taller than Ivan. I was taller than Karina.
After an exhaustive search of the graveyard, Jenny had found all of the graves marked cross.
Now I just need to work out who was the tallest. Who was the tallest cross? If Casper was lying, then Helga must be the tallest. Which means Helga's grave is hiding the secret passageway to the jail.
Jenny saw nothing particularly unique about this grave. Like all the others, the slab was weathered, chipped, and covered in moss.
There's another epitaph carved into the base. Here lies she, 7'3", stung by a bee.
A small stone pot sat in front of the headstone. A fine layer of soil lined the inside.
It's a vase for a flower.
A wonderful revelation struck Jenny as the final piece of the puzzle fell into place.
Don't forget to pay your respects. I need to place a flower here.
Jenny pulled the gravedigger's daisy from her pocket.
I knew this would come in handy. It says the entrance was relocated, but it doesn't say where. Well, that looks safe. Why does everything have to be so convoluted? Mom will have died of old age by the time I reach her.
Hello? You said if anything strange happened, I should call you. Well, something strange just happened.
This is the only tomb here, and with no epitaph. This has to be it. When did doors go out of fashion? If this is the entrance, then there must be some way to open it.
Jenny peered into the ominous void. A jagged path carved into the earth, plunging deep beneath the rotting soil. How far down did it go? There was only one way to find out.
I'm not sure I want to.
Gathering her courage, she stepped forward into the distended bowels of Arthurton. I said she stepped forward into the distended bowels of Arthurton.
It's dark down there.
Jenny! Come in, Jenny! Where are you? Have you found your mom yet?
Give me a second, please. I need a moment before I walk down a pitch-black staircase into the terrifying abyss.
Sorry, Jenny.
Jenny stared into the darkness. She could almost hear her mother's voice calling.
A great detective perseveres, no matter the obstacle.
And so, she took a deep breath, pushed up the thick frame of her glasses, and crossed the threshold.
Another door. Locked, I presume. Whoever built all this certainly wants to keep it a secret.
Jenny was ahead of the man in black, for now. There was still the matter of breaking her mum out of jail and escaping without being caught. Being careful not to make a sound, Jenny stepped cautiously into the dark space below.
This isn't a tunnel. It's like a creepier version of Dr. Benderson's office. Less natural light, same terrible music.
A giant metal door stood conspicuously in the middle of the room.
It must lead to the jail.
A perfectly reasonable assumption. There was just one problem.
How do I open it?
Jenny knocked on the door.
Based on the resonance, and the fact that my hand hurts like hell, I'd say this door is solid steel and at least 4 inches thick. No handle and no keyhole. Whoever built this door wanted to keep people out. Or in, depending on which side you're on. Blast-proof. So the explosives are useless. I don't know how to pick this. It's some kind of slot. Is something missing? Another animal. This one's a fox. Could this have something to do with Professor Zazer's experiments or the Council of Three?
Jenny came to a distressing yet inevitable conclusion.
I can't open it. I'm stuck. Of course it's a giant metal door that's impossible to open. Why wouldn't there be?
It would be easy to feel defeated, but this was Jenny the Clue, a great detective. And as her mother always said,
a great detective sees every locked door as an opportunity.
yes, an opportunity for an elaborate puzzle and lateral thinking.
Someone works here. Or at least they did. Judging by the dead plant and dusty typewriter, no one's been here for a while.
To a detective, rummaging through a trash can was like opening a treasure chest.
Just with more gum and cigarette butts. Gross. My initial assessment? Looks like a lot of trash. A rotten sandwich, napkins, belly button lint. Wait a second. There's a note here that's been torn up. Could be a clue. Too easy. They should have used a shredder. I know a secret code when I see one. This could be useful. Empty.
It was always a good idea to put your hands between the crusty crevices of a sofa cushion. All kinds of exotic things could be found.
What's this?
Detectiving was hungry work, and Jenny couldn't remember the last time she'd eaten anything.
What I really want is a hot coffee.
So she perused the selection on offer.
Kiss of death. Well, at least they're honest. The key. Open the door to Yum. These candy names are getting ridiculous. Bunch o' Nuts. Gross. I hate peanut butter. There's gotta be something better than this. Big Crunch. Fight hunger with a punch. I've had one of these before. Tastes like cardboard. What kind of vending machine doesn't serve coffee?
Jenny found it hard to focus without her usual evening brew. Perhaps a nice bar of chocolate would help.
This is a waste of time. How's a chocolate bar going to help me open that door?
And that's when it hit her.
The key! Open the door to Yum?
Surely a humorous but irrelevant tagline.
It's the perfect shape to fit in the slot on the door.
A mere coincidence.
It's literally a key to the door.
It'd be a rather strange place to hide a key.
Stranger than a waiting room beneath a graveyard? That's my ticket out of here. B31. Got it. I don't have any change. Got it! Typical! Stupid machine! Give me the key! It's no good. It's stuck. How can I get the key out? It's leaning forward against the glass. That's why it's stuck. The machine has one short leg, making it lean forward and to the right. If I tilt the machine to the left, I should be able to get the key out.
But Jenny wasn't strong enough to lift a vending machine by herself.
I'm going to need some leverage. Of course! I can use the mop to tilt the machine. A little bit of legwork and I'll have that key out in no time. Just a little bit more. I did it! Oh, crap. It's just chocolate.
Of course. It came from a vending machine.
But I thought...
Why would anyone hide the key to a giant metal door inside a candy bar?
Actually, now that I think about it, it does sound pretty ridiculous.
But necessity was the mother of invention. Jenny may have failed to open the mysterious door, But thanks to her ingenuity, she had created her own way through. She peered inside the hole. It was just wide enough for her to squeeze through.
Well, look what we have here.
Jenny shone her flashlight on a damaged section of the brick wall.
I can see through to the other side.
The path ahead was dark and foreboding, but Jenny was too excited to be afraid, and so, without hesitation, she crawled into the rocky passageway.
Just another friendly message, warning of my impending doom. Glatz Mining Core. Ah! Don't do that!
Sorry. I just wanted to make sure you're okay.
The walkie-talkies are for emergencies only, not chit-chat. I'm about to enter one of the abandoned mines. I can't have you distracting me.
An abandoned mine? Be careful, Jenny. Those tunnels are dangerous.
This is the case of a lifetime? Of course it's dangerous.
But you'll get lost. Those tunnels run underneath the entire town.
Exactly. One of them must lead to the jail.
You're right. I bet I can find it on my map.
What are you talking about? What map?
In my granddad's journal. He was a great cartographer and mapped out all of the tunnels.
And you've had this with you the whole time?
I always keep it with me. It makes me feel close to him.
Convenient. Why didn't you tell me this before?
I didn't know you were going to end up in the mines.
Fine. I'm in Tunnel 12. See if you can find it on the map.
Okay, I'm on it, Jenny.
The barricade was old and rotten.
Shouldn't be hard to remove, if I find a weak spot. Somebody else is here. Who goes there?
Jenny looked like she'd seen a ghost.
It's just my imagination. It's just my imagination. Great detective deals in fact, not fiction.
It was hard for even Jenny's logical mind to deny what was standing right in front of her.
It's just my imagination. It's just my imagination. of this? It's huge! It's spooky how easy that was. Those are the largest crystals I've ever seen. They must be worth a fortune. Why would the Glatz Corporation just abandon all this? This is clearly Zazer technology. Is it part of another Zazer sphere? so what?
Don't you remember from Mr. Jenkins' history class? That's where all those miners died. There was a huge cave-in. Hundreds of men were crushed to death. Even more died from lack of oxygen.
Not helpful.
And now their ghosts roam the tunnels, eternally searching for escape.
Don't be ridiculous.
I found Tunnel 12 on the map. This isn't going to be easy.
Just tell me where I need to go.
Well, you need to find Crystal Cavern. It'll be huge, and full of quartz crystals. Directly above it are the sewers.
And the sewers run underneath the jail. Got it.
But Jenny, what if you're crushed by a rock? Or murdered by a ghost? You could contract miner's lung. That's a horrible, painful way to die.
Thanks for the pep talk, Susie. Another Zazer sphere!
In the mines belonging to the Glatz Corporation, no less.
Susie said Zazer worked for Glatzcore.
But in his journal, Zazer said the Council of Three built these spheres.
There's no way they could have built this without the Glatz's approval. Well, hello, old friend. What secret message might you be hiding?
Another code.
Another piece of the message. End this maze. Run home. Magical cake? That doesn't make any sense. How does magical cake fit in?
She read the whole message out loud again.
Soon they will all listen, relive their rancid past. Purge infected, soon only death. Forever silent. Despair herself is near. End this maze. Run home. Magical cake.
She tried reading it in a different order, but it didn't make a difference. Until this moment, Jenny had assumed the transmissions formed a single coherent message.
Now I'm starting to wonder if this is a message at all.
Yet the question still remained.
Who is sending these?
And why?
Let's try this again. Hopefully it doesn't break this time.
Good evening, S32. Printing access card. Please stand by.
It was about the same size and shape as a bar of chocolate.
Of course! It has the same logo as the giant metal door. This must open it.
Please enter authorization code to begin. Please enter authorization code to begin.
Another blank piece of paper. Let's see if we can jog your memory. "0719. Thank goodness this guy wrote down all the codes. Otherwise, I'd be trapped here forever.
Please enter authorization code to be
0719.
code accepted. System authorized and on for activation. Preparing to run experiment 15. Please stand by.
What the hell is going on?
Jenny didn't know what she'd started, but she'd have to stop it before the whole laboratory came crashing down.
Experiment 15 aborted. Operation unsuccessful.
What just happened? I thought I was going to die.
Remember, a healthy employee is an effective employee. Please take your mandatory 15-minute smoking break. Decompressing spherical chamber.
Curious? This is the missing page from the code book.
The text gave instructions and rules for communicating using a special code.
That's why the radio broadcast didn't make sense. It was designed to look like a sinister message, but the real message is hidden inside. I was right! So what's the real message? Only certain letters from each word are used in the underlying message.
And so, Jenny began by finding them.
Now all that's left to do is assemble the pieces. Still alive, trapped on other side. Find Caesar. HLC.
HLC. To most people, these letters would be meaningless. But to Jenny, they were as familiar as her own birthday.
Dad? This message is from you!
A fantasy. How could Henry Leclue have sent this message? Henry Leclue was...
still alive!
The mere possibility caused Jenny's heart to pound in her chest.
They never found his body. We buried an empty coffin.
That was true. But what connection did her father have to the Zazer-spheres?
Dad worked for Dean Strasberry, and the Dean was involved in all of this. Caesar sounds just like Zazer. And if Dad had the code book, then he knew about the Council of Three.
She read the message once more.
Trapped on other side.
Jenny pulled the freshly printed access card from her pocket and jumped to a hasty conclusion.
didn't die? What if they just wanted him out of the picture? What if he's a prisoner, trapped on the other side of the giant metal door?
It was a plausible hypothesis, but incredibly far-fetched.
And my mom knew all this. That's why they sent the man in black to silence her.
Her hands were shaking, her eyes filled with tears. Was our great detective letting emotion overpower logic?
No. HLC. It can't mean anything else. The message is from my dad. I have to get to Mom before the man in black does. And then we'll go to the underground room, together. We'll rescue my dad, and everything can go back to the way it was.
This was her hope, her longing. But nothing would ever be the same again. Jenny saw the newly fallen rocks and finally made the connection.
All dead. All my fault. The accident in the mines was caused by Caesar's machine. All those men died because of his experiment. And the Council of Three covered it up. To the left, squatting grounds. To the right, Crystal Cavern. Squatting grounds? Does that mean...
Yes, it did.
gross? Oh, great. There's nothing there. It's just your imagination, Jenny. See? Nothing to worry about.
Jenny!
Damn it, Susie! You scared the life out of me! What do you want?
I just saw the cutest little frog.
Are you kidding me?
I know, right? He's got the cutest little bug eyes. I just want to take him home with me. How's everything going down there?
The truth was, Jenny was fit to burst with all the new information she had discovered. But could she trust any of it with Susie Glatz?
I'm on my way to Crystal Cavern.
Please be careful, Jenny. It's not safe down there.
I'd be a lot safer if you stopped distracting me every 5 minutes.
Good luck, Jenny.
Crystal Cavern.
It's beautiful.
Immensely wide, unfathomably deep. Crossing the chasm would be Jenny's most challenging obstacle yet.
Well, at least I'm getting over my fear of heights. They don't build them like they used to. Thankfully.
Another brush with death.
Another step closer to Mom.